Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this hybrid board reorganization meeting to order. And I'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please come in. Hi, Dr. Skirvin. Next on the agenda is roll call. Ms. Hardy.
Present.
Mr. Cohen,
Present.
Mr. Epps,
Present.
Mr. Fishbein, Ms. Haywood,
Present.
Ms. Henry,
Present.
Ms. Loman, Ms. Mulhern,
Present.
Mr. Schultz.
Present.
Great,
Thank you. That concludes the roll call.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hardy. Next on the agenda is public comments on agenda items only. If you have any public comments and you're on Zoom, please raise your hand and we'll unmute you. You can ask your question directly. If you're not on Zoom or only accessing this at home, you can also go to CSD board meeting comments at cheltenham.org and write your question down in the email. Mr. Diazio, do you see anything coming in?
No, there's nothing coming in, and it doesn't look like there's any members of the public on the meeting.
Okay. All right, next on the agenda is nomination and election of president. The purpose of this meeting this evening is to nominate and elect the president and vice president of the board, who will serve effective today throughout the beginning of December 2023. So do I have any nominations for president or president?
Zachary Epps, I'd like to nominate Pam Henry for board president. Excuse me.
Okay, we have a first. You don't need a second. Are there any other nominations for board president? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. Do we have to do this by voice vote, Mr. Diaz?
You would do a motion to close nominations, and then a second on that, and then vote, and then you can call the vote on the underlying motion. And it does not, since there's only one nomination, you can just do a yes or no vote.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to close the vote for board president? So Ms. Mulhern?
Yes.
Okay, is there a second?
Second, Mr. Cohen.
Okay, Mr. Cohen. All those in favor of closing the vote for board president, please say aye.
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 Okay, anyone opposed? Okay, the motion carries. And now we'll take the vote. We're going to wait for one other board member to join us. Hi, Ms. Loman, how are you? Great, thank you. Ms. Loman, we just went through the process of nominating the board president. Ms. Henry was nominated as board president. We had a motion and we closed the nominations. Yes, Mr.
I'm sorry, also, Mr. Fishbein's on his way. I'm not sure how long he's going to take to get here. Just a message.
I think we're going to probably proceed and we'll be here for the vote for the vice president. Okay. So all those in favor of Ms. Henry for board president, please say aye.
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 Okay, anyone opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Henry, congratulations, and I'm going to
Again, thank you, everyone.
Okay, so I'm going to make the motion to open the nomination for the vice president.
move to nominate Dan Schultz as vice president.
Any other nominations? Okay, so I make a motion to close the nomination.
Second, Zachary Epps.
Okay, so next we have the motion to vote, right? For the vote?
You
Okay.
vote, yes, you vote to close the nominations now, correct?
Okay, so I already did that, so I closed.
You did we got a motion.
Yes, you just need to call the vote.
The vote to close the nomination. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. So the motion is closed. All right. So now we will vote on Dan Schultz being the vice president. Do I have a motion?
So
You can just call the vote now. That the
Okay.
Nominations
So
are
all in
closed.
favor
Correct.
of Mr. Dan being the vice president? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Yes, yes, you are allowed to vote for yourself. Absolutely. Any opposed, say nay. The motion carries. Welcome, Mr. Schultz, to your second term of being the vice president. And next, we will take a vote on the legislative board meetings for 2023 as listed on the agenda.
I move to approve the 2023 calendar as listed.
Second, Liam. All right, so we'll have a motion, or excuse me, a vote to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Yeah, I just want to clarify, I'm sorry, that's the 2023 board
The
legislative
board legislative
board
meetings.
meeting.
Yes. Okay, thank you for the
Because I'm
clarification.
2023 School calendar.
2023 regular legislative board meetings.
I
Yes.
am distraught that we're having Valentine's Day legislative meeting, but we can make it happen.
Well, that's a good point, though, because
No.
I'm just trying to remember this is my birthday.
you.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Oh, no, I might have to oppose that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm an aye. The motion carries for the regular 2023 legislative board meetings. Okay, next we will have public comment on non-agenda items. If you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand and you will be unmuted. If you are watching streaming or otherwise, you can email. So the email is listed on the agenda. Mr. Diazio, do you see anyone on?
No emails and no hands raised.
Okay, great. Thank you. Future meetings for December and January are listed on the agenda. And I make a motion to.
Might I make
Yep.
a comment before we adjourn? Just because oftentimes in the sports analogy with coaches, at game time, you see them in a certain role, but oftentimes there's so much that they do that you don't see. And I'd like to apply that to our president and vice president, certainly over the last year, in terms of frequent communication with our superintendent, keeping us, the team of 9, team of 10, in order and together. And so there's a lot that happens behind the scenes that I want to show appreciation for, and certainly encourage that we have a board that's committed, that's sharing a vision, and under the leadership of our president and vice, will certainly work with the superintendent to serve our student staff to the best of our capacity.
Well said, and thank you so much for acknowledging that. Because there is a lot of work that goes behind the scenes.
Mr. Diazio, I just have a question. Should we have listed all of the meetings for January or only up until the legislative meeting?
It's fine to only list up to the legislative meeting, because presumably at that legislative meeting, you can list everything that will come after that meeting.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Sure.
All right, I now make a motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting.
Have a great evening, everyone. Congratulations.
As like we need a second.
First,
Julius, second, Zachary Epps.
All in favor.
say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? The motion is, the meeting is adjourned.